Stay savage, your boy Shinobi Intro. What's poppin'? Today we are back and I want to talk about my boy Boruto and Kawaki Sibling Rivalry. There is something that has to be explained here. So today I'm going to explain what's going on with this rivalry in terms of why it has been done. I know a lot of people are wondering why did Naruto actually bring him into his home and stuff like that, but there is two reasons why I feel like the creators of the series done that. One, it was because of Naruto was a Jinchuriki and he was kind of treated really bad. And for two, it's to basically expand Boruto as a character, because mind you, Boruto grew up with Himawari. You know, he grew up with his dad not really being around, and Boruto didn't necessarily have a rival. Now, as we watched throughout the anime, throughout the couple 70 episodes that we did get, we did start to see Boruto develop different rivals throughout the series, but he has no like complete rival. Now, when I say that, I'm saying it's like this: Sarada is technically like his support system, and he's technically like her support system. You know, when you see Sarada, Uchiha, and you see Boruto, you think of one of them helping each other, or them two helping each other expand. There is no true rivalry there. There is no true need to surpass. It's not that I want to surpass Sarada, it's I want to get stronger to support Sarada. And Sarada wants to get strong to become the Hokage, not that she wants to surpass Boruto. And the same thing is for Mitsuki. Mitsuki is not strong because he wants to be stronger than Boruto, but he see Boruto as his son, you know, and Mitsuki being the moon. They don't have these little tidbits that, you know, Sasuke and Naruto had, these features that they had. You know, when we look at Naruto and Sasuke, we had Naruto always wanting to surpass Sasuke. We had Sasuke always lusting for power to get stronger for Itachi, but once he noticed that Naruto was rapidly surpassing him and getting stronger, he seeked out Orochimaru. This was one of those things where you were looking at the series and you're like, okay, you know, this started from the beginning. This was that original rivalry that we see in shonen anime, you know, shonen manga. This was that original rivalry, you know, this was that hardcore, I need to be stronger than the cool guy because I'm the loser, you know, I'm gonna be better than him, or I need to be stronger than this loser because how did he catch up to me? How did he surpass me? If this loser is surpassing me, how am I ever supposed to achieve the goal of beating Itachi? You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things. But for Boruto, you know, it's not that he wants to surpass Sarada, he wants to support Sarada, and Mitsuki is like the same, he wants to support Boruto. So it's like they all are like support system to each other, and there's no real rivalry where they want to keep getting stronger and surpassing one another. And so for Kawaki to becoming that person that moves into his household, you know, he moves into Boruto's household, and you know, they start to live together, you know, you're gonna start to see Boruto see how strong he is and how like well adapted as a ninja he is, and Boruto's gonna start to look at himself and kind of reflect. Now mind you, this is all my opinion as well as me assuming, but I feel as though this is going to be like the biggest strength that plays into the anime as well as the manga. You know, Kawaki having that role as somebody who's already dominantly strong. You know, when you see my boy Kawaki come through, you know, they talk about his combat level. You see, you know, Konohamaru praise him for destroying the puppets right off the back. You know, this man came through, he was bodying shit. Mind you, he was in a weakened state due to him being already harmed, probably from him being, you know, just waking up being in the vessel ship or actually being attacked from the puppets. You see that Kawaki isn't at 100%, but the fact that he's able to take down so many puppets by himself, and you know, mind you, Boruto and them had to use the technology of the scientific ninja tool, and they had to countlessly absorb like the ninjutsu using Katasuke's scientific ninja gear. You know what I'm saying? That was like the biggest way that they destroyed the puppets, versus Kawaki completely obliterated them shits. He smashed them shits, like he really like destroyed half of the skull of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was somebody that was just coming in there from the get-go wrecking shit. And then living with the Hokage, somebody that Kawaki doesn't really know much about, he didn't necessarily understand in the beginning of the chapter. You start to see, you know, Kawaki actually understand how Naruto became Hokage, why he's actually a Hokage, and he even mentions that he might be stronger than Jigen because Naruto actually went into his, you know, his sage power, his signature power in his house. You know, that was rare. Naruto don't usually power up in his house, and I'm pretty sure Himawari only sees it when, you know, something is really important, or unless Naruto is training with his other Jonin squad because he is the leader. He has to make sure that they're on their P's and Q's. But it's like, you know, once he sees that, you know, Kawaki's gonna be thinking to himself, oh well, Boruto must be really strong. So I feel like at some point or another, Kawaki is gonna start to try to test Boruto and actually like push Boruto to them limits, you know, in order to make him stronger. And I feel like, you know, Naruto might take a fondness of Kawaki because Kawaki is strong and he reminds him a lot of Sasuke. Obviously we see Sasuke taking a fondness to my boy Boruto. You know, obviously he helps Boruto out more than he helps Sarada out, and I think it's due to the fact that he sees a lot of Naruto in Boruto, as well as like Sarada already being like him, and you know, he felt like he was independent and he needed to grow on his own versus Boruto was kind of with, you know, my boy Jiraiya. Now, mind you, Sasuke did fall into that dependent role when he went after the boy Orochimaru and he sucked out his power, but then after a while, you know, my boy betrayed Orochimaru and he completely killed that man off. You know, obviously he wasn't 100% dead, but he just removed him from his life as his teacher, you know what I'm saying, and he started to seek out his own power. And I think that's probably why he's so harsh on Sarada, because he feels as though Sarada will find her own way, because that's the way he wanted to do things. And then, you know, Boruto is going to be a lot like Naruto while still having features of Sasuke, and that's why he's going to, you know, be that big role for my boy Boruto. So when we see Kawaki, I feel like Kawaki is going to have this close, tight-knitted relationship with Naruto after like time starts to pass, and, you know, after, you know, Kawaki starts to see Naruto's power a little bit more, he's going to start to respect Naruto more and appreciate Naruto for what he's doing for him, because, you know, Naruto is a kind-hearted guy, but mind you, you know, Kawaki is like a savage. He's very strong. This man has very like high chakra reserves. This man is very like dominant in terms of combat due to his cellular division and shit like that. He can manipulate his body cells and shit like that to change to wherever he needs. And on top of that, he has the ability to use karma. We've seen him activate his karma due to the resonance, but I do believe that Kawaki can still use karma on his own, and that's something that we seen him even note to Boruto. And I feel like that's going to push Boruto to want to train even more, because if Boruto is watching Kawaki get praise from his father, and, you know, that's one thing that Boruto always wanted, was like his dad to praise him, you know what I'm saying, is going to push, you know, Boruto to want to get stronger and actually surpass Kawaki and make him push his limits. Now, the reason why I always say Boruto never had a dedicated rival, because there was never really anybody that was completely impactful to Boruto's growth and development. The only people that we actually saw that kind of pushed Boruto to his limits was the boy Kagura. Now, Kagura really actually made Boruto use a lot of his own personal strength. Now, I know a lot of people might say, well, Shinki's right there, but when Boruto was fighting against Shinki, Boruto had to rely on the scientific ninja tool, and that was something that really like struck out like strongly for me. It wasn't like Boruto wanted to defeat him using his own power or, you know, sway him to come back, you know what I'm saying. It was more of Boruto trying to prove a point to everybody that he was strong, and Boruto didn't really know his ninja way. So I didn't really consider Shinki as a true rival just yet until they actually face off and Boruto has to use his true potential and his true power on his own against Shinki. But as for Kagura, you know, Boruto went in there, you know, he tried to use his lightning style. We seen the Boruto stream pop up, you know, we seen him fighting against my boy. You know, he even tried to, you know, go against the people like that was trying to sway Kagura. This man Boruto was actually skipping out on the night session when he was supposed to be at the hotel sleeping, because they had to basically return back to the Lee village in the morning. He was putting himself on the line. He was putting his class trip on the line basically, because if this didn't go well, Boruto wouldn't be able to go on any other class trips. You know, the team wouldn't be able to go out anymore. So it was like, you know, Boruto stuck his neck out there for Kagura, as well as Kagura actually accepting Boruto. And even Chochiro, he said that, you know, Kagura stayed back at the village so he can train to basically meet Boruto and be strong enough to actually like come to Boruto and talk to Boruto face to face due to the events that actually happened. Now, prior to this, you know, we didn't really see any other true rival. We had like the growing of the academy when Sarada, it was like boys against girls. Obviously, at one point in time, we saw Sarada and Boruto clash. We saw Iwabi and Boruto clash, but it was one of those things where, you know, these were like initial clashes. Like these were their introduction clashes of them becoming friends, them becoming people that are actually going to, you know, be working hand in hand, versus Kawaki going to be that true rival that we saw early on in the series that was depicted as, you know, this person that Boruto will fight after the time skip. You know, these two are teenagers now that they're completely fighting each other at their maximum potentials. I feel as though these two are very detrimental to each other and they kind of feed off each other. Like one cannot thrive without the other one. Obviously, I feel at some point or another Kawaki is going to mention, hey, you grew up with your parents. My whole life I've been treated like shit, because I do believe at one point or a time that Kawaki is going to truly open up, and I feel like the person he's going to open up to is going to be Boruto. You know, obviously Naruto is trying to get a better understanding, but I think that's why Naruto told Hinata not to intervene when him and Boruto was actually fussing in the house. I feel like Boruto is going to be the person that pulls out that darkness that's inside of Kawaki, and Kawaki is going to express how he feels. And I feel as though Kawaki is going to throw it in Boruto's face. You know, you don't know anything about being strong. You don't know anything about having to be strong. Your whole life you grew up under your father and your mother's protection, while I was sold off to Jigen. You know, I was only used, people used me as an experiment. They treated me like shit. They didn't necessarily care about me. They only used me for their personal gain. And you know, that's probably going to basically paint an image in Boruto's head like, damn, So this is why he's so strong, or this is why he's the way he is. This makes sense. That's gonna want to push Boruto to get stronger for Kawaki to actually accept him, because right now, a lot of us look at Boruto as a brat in the first part of the series. He was actually being a dick to Naruto. I understand why, because Naruto wasn't really there as much, and he was always tending to his duty as Hokage, and it does have a big role to play with that my man Naruto didn't really have his parents. Naruto grew up without his parents, so he didn't necessarily know how to actually be a dad, because he wasn't aware of what a dad really was. He had Iruka Sensei, somebody that was in his life, but Iruka Sensei wasn't in the same household with him. Iruka Sensei wasn't there to cook him breakfast or actually be with him personally. He didn't have that parent. He didn't have a mother that was always in the house. You know what I'm saying? He was always on his own. If you look at the flashbacks or you look at the beginning of the story, we always saw Naruto in his house by himself eating ramen alone. He didn't really know who his family was, and he didn't know who he was actually. He didn't have any idea. So that actually affected his role as a father, and that's something that we're gonna see probably brought back upon, and it's gonna be Kawaki's gonna be in Boruto's face talking about you the high and mighty son of the Hokage. What will you know about struggling? What do you know about being powerful? And it's gonna be kind of the same thing when we saw Sasuke talking to Naruto. He's gonna be like, what did you know about actually losing somebody? You grew up without any parents. You were born into this world and you never met any of your parents. What do you know anything about losing something? You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna feel like Boruto doesn't really feel that true loss, just like Sasuke never felt like Naruto had a true loss, because Naruto grew up without his family versus Sasuke family got completely killed off, and then Boruto grew up with his family, and Kawaki got sold by his dad to Jigen, and then Jigen did a whole bunch of experiments on him and treated him just like a tool. At first it looked like Jigen was trying to get him to accept him as a father on some type of emotional level, but then I feel as though that started to change, and obviously Jigen probably wanted him more so for the tool purpose, aka him calling him a vessel and shit like that. So we're going to start to see that shit start to get pulled out. We're going to see that shit start to come back to life in this series. This is something that's going to be retouched upon. Now, mind you, these are my personal thoughts and personal opinions. If you have your own personal thoughts and personal opinions about Boruto and Kawaki Sibling Rivalry, let me know about them in the comment section below. And with that being said, my name is Shinobi. Stay true and stay real. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. And until next time, have a blessed day. See you guys later. Bye. Also, guys, don't forget, we're doing a giveaway for one commission arc. Me and my boy GCLF. If you guys would like to enter, all you got to do is go to this post on his Instagram account and then type in Shino x GCLF. Winners will be announced soon. Also, don't forget, you guys have 17 days left to get your Chokage Karma Sale merch. The links are in the description below.